Once again, good morning to everyone. I'm Hazel Oxtalis and I'm going to discuss to you the cognitive linguistic and thinking for speaking. Are you ready? Come on, let's start. What is cognitive linguistics? Cognitive linguistics is a branch of linguistics that focuses on how language is processed and understood in the human mind, emphasizing the role of cognitive process such as perception, memory, and reasoning. It explores the connection between language and cognition, examining how language both reflects and shapes our conceptualization of the world. It only suggests that our understanding here use of a language are deeply intertwined with our cognitive abilities and experiences. Next is thinking for speaking. Thinking for speaking, it refers to the process by which our thoughts and cognitive representations influence the way we express ourselves in language. So, here, according to cognitive linguistics, the way we think about and interpret the world around us shapes the language we produce when we communicate. Our thoughts and conceptualizations are deeply intertwined with our language use. In this view, language is not seen as a rigid system that perfectly mirrors our thoughts, but rather as a flexible tool that allows us to convey meaning in various ways. Next, how our thoughts and conceptualization shape the way we express ourselves in language. So, when we communicate, we draw upon these thoughts and conceptualization to select words, phrases, and structures that accurately convey our intended meanings. Language acts as a medium here for expressing our thoughts and ideas, but it also plays a role in shaping and structuring our thoughts. The next one is conceptual metaphor and cognitive semantics. Conceptual metaphors are also known as generative metaphor. It is a metaphor or a figurative comparison in which one idea or conceptual domain is understood in terms of another. So, for example, here time is money. This metaphor associates that time with the value and management of money. We talk about saving time, spending time, or investing time, as if time were a finite resource that can be allocated or wasted. We have also here another example of conceptual metaphor, like anger is a hot liquid in a container, is reflected in expressions such as boiling with rage, simmer down, and also many English phrasal verbs reflect underlying conceptual metaphors such as visible is up means to turn up, look up. There is also a general tendency to use vocabulary from external or physical domain in speaking of the mental domain. This is tendency is illustrated in metaphors such as my thoughts race ahead. The theory has run into an obstacle. I see your point. So these examples after by Tyler in 2008. The next one is cognitive semantics. It is a part of the cognitive linguistic movements. Semantic is the study of linguistic meaning, and cognitive semantics holds that language is a part of a more general human cognitive ability and can therefore only describe the world as a people conceive of it. It also emphasizes that idea that meaning is not solely determined by formal linguistic structures, but it is also shaped by cognitive process and conceptual systems. One example of cognitive semantics is the concept of image schemas. Image schemas are recurring patterns of a perceptual and motor experiences that underlie our understanding of more abstract concepts. For example, here, the idea schema of up down is used to understand not only physical verticality but also abstract concepts like hierarchy, example, higher position or mood, or other examples, feeling down. One further topic in cognitive semantic has attracted the special attention of second language learning researchers because of its potential to shed light on the extent to which learners restructure their underlying meaning systems to accommodate the conceptual structure of the L2. This topic has to do with the learning of verbs of motion. The cognitive linguist Leonard Talmy in 1985-2000 has proposed a basic conceptual framework for verbs of motion, including the following elements. First is figure, an object moving or located with respect to another object. Next is ground, a reference object in a relation to which the figure moves. And path, trajectory or site occupied by the figure. Then motion, the present of motion locatedness within the event. And manner, in which the motion takes place. And also cause, the cause of its occurrence. Talmy 2000 identified two language groups. The first one is satellite frame languages, which encode motion and manner within the verb. The second one is verb frame languages, which encode motion and path within the verb. Satellite frame languages include the English, Danish, Dutch, and Romance languages like French or Spanish. The following sentence illustrates these differences. In English, Oscar limps out of the kitchen. In French, Oscar quitte la cuisine en boitant. So means Oscar leaves the kitchen limping. That is, the English verb limp includes the concept of motion and also the manner of motion, but does not include the direction of motion or path. This is expressed through the prepositional phrase out of the kitchen. The French verb quitte includes the concept of motion, plus the concept of departure, that is, the path, but the manner of motion is expressed in a second or non-finite verb phrase en boitant. Next is language as a cognitive tool. Language is a crucial cognitive tool that enables communication, thinking, and information processing. Its symbolic nature allows us to abstract and generalize complex ideas, structures, and organize thoughts, and engage in self-reflection. Language is closely intertwined with memory and learning, facilitating the encoding, storage, and retrieval of knowledge. It enables us for social interaction and collaboration, building relationships and facilitating cultural transmission. And also here, it also enables us to express our thoughts, ideas, or feelings and emotions. It also serves as an internal dialogue, helping us organize thoughts, plan actions, and reflection on experiences. Overall, language shapes our thinking, understanding, and interaction with the world, playing a fundamental role in human cognition. Next is language and thought interplay. Language and cognition are interconnected, with language reflecting our thoughts and cognitive processes through vocabulary, grammar, and metaphors. Language reflects our experiences and ideas, while also shaping our thinking processes by organizing information and understanding the world around us. We communicate to convey our thoughts and ideas, and in going so, we use language as the medium of communication. For example, in language and thought interplay, some language there are many different words for love. However, in English, we use the word love for all types of love. Thus, this affects how we think about love depending on the language that we speak. In conclusion, cognitive linguistics, with its focus on the interplay between language and cognition, provides a profound understanding of how language shapes and reflects our thinking processes. The thinking for speaking theory within cognitive linguistics emphasizes that our choice of words is not just about conveying information, but also a window into how we conceptualize and frame our thoughts. This perspective has far-reaching implication in areas like language teaching, translation, and cognitive science, as well as enhancing language learning, improving translation accuracy, and deepening our understanding of human cognition. In essence, cognitive linguistics illuminates the intricate relationship between language and thought, enriching our comprehension of human mind. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.